time. Like, what is wrong with me? I can't even remember. It's been too long.
It's been a while.
This brain of mine is just starting to turn to mush, I think. Oh, dear.
All right, let's see what they pick. They're not really discussing anything, at least not verbally.
No, like, maybe, what are you saying? They're probably doing it telepathically instead?
Or maybe they're typing to each other.
Oh.
That's typingly, not verbally.
Got it.
Of course.
They don't.
Max.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, a little bit, because there was a time there where he looked a little bit useless and wasn't doing nearly as much.
Yeah.
But insanely skilled players such as KARSA were able to make it possible.
And also playmaking players as well. Like, if you're playing a more subdued playstyle.
How about showmakers?
Well, I mean, I'd be ready. The mid laner that I used to watch playing Lee Sin was Froggen. His mid Lee Sin was sick.
Yeah, that's true. I used to watch the same thing back in like 2011, I guess.
Yep. By the way, guys, there is a rule when 1v1ing. It's called the Froggen rule. If you do use a snowball and you snowball yourself into a fountain, you don't get to remake the game.
Yes.
It's the funnest of rules.
That is the rule. Though dims the rules, essentially.
Yep.
Spectre's Cowl first for the Lee Sin.
I'll help him stay alive. As XIYANG looking to put together his arm guard. More aggressive is XIYANG, as KARSA wants to have his kick flash capability available if he can get XIYANG underneath the turret. As this Lee Sin skin is, it's just, there's way too much going on in this one.
Kind of looks like Zed.
Yeah, right?
Like when he first came in, I'm like, what was he playing again? Is
Or
that
Raiden.
Zed?
You know, it's like young Raiden. As KARSA trying to get on in there. Safeguard is going to help him get his health back, but Flame Spitter is dangerous.
Yeah. I like how he realized he couldn't avoid it, so he just went back in and tried to do more damage.
Yep.
You guys should also realize that as you're playing in solo queue. It very much depends on the situation.
Yeah, it does. But good calculations, nonetheless.
Ooh, not quite.
What is... Are their Poros, like, losing their minds right now?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Notice
Rumble.
either. Yeah.
Maybe Rumble's just laughing.
Might have been some Poro feeding that had gone on as, okay, some very low health bars, double barriers to come out. There's the Ignite as KARSA has to flash to get himself out of the way. Now, waiting for XIYANG to move on forward. The safeguard comes in, and there's the Sonic Wave resonating strike for first blood over to KARSA. Never doubted him for a second.
Yeah.
By that I mean I absolutely did. That was so close.
No, I mean, you'll notice he took Barrier Flash. The Barrier, I think, is very important when you're going up against Ignite Rumble. And the Flash turned out to be actually very nice to get out of damage just barely, to come back in at exactly the right time and just, you know, get the trades off with the lifesteal with the W2. That does come in.
Yep. Spirit Visage now completed by KARSA. But Oblivion Orb's there, so we are going to have Grievous Wounds available here by XIYANG.
He can tank the damage much better, though, at least. And you can see he's kind of just running in, trying to clear out this wave, actually. So you can look for some trades.
Feels like the itemization for the Rumble feels pretty comfortable right now as KARSA is level 7, has the Dragon Rage kick available, but no flash or maneuverability. Standing in the minion wave can be dangerous, given the safeguard kick options that KARSA does have. See whether he does get on top of that health pack, and he will do so.
It's going to be a ton of health back, actually, because now he can just, now that he's pushed XIYANG off a little bit, he can come in, get full health. And it's going to be so difficult for XIYANG to really do sticking damage against this Spirit Visage Lee Sin, who is actually going to go for a bit of a back here.
Yeah. The Rad Lightning Dragon spinning around there as well. Gets himself a new cape, just making sure that he has as much magic resist as possible.
Yep. The Negatron Cloak. The choice here is just, you know, trying to stack it up. Make sure that Rumble does no damage first, and the base stats on Lee Sin's abilities can just carry him here. Although there is a bit of defensiveness being built by the Rumble as well, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I feel like Arm Guard's just such a valuable item. Doesn't really matter which meta you're in, it's just once you get those stacks up, and you're able to do that. This scenario is KARSA sitting on his 1 kill. Doesn't really mean too much though if you get to sudden death. Let's see whether that extra money that he picked up with the kill plus the extra minions that he has secured is going to help him win this one. Still could be tricky for the Lee Sin to come out on top, especially with that Oblivion Orb sitting there, not to mention the Ignite.
Yeah, this feels like a match that's probably just going to go until sudden death, and then XIYANG's going to be kicked out of the into the fire, whatever you call it, the death circle.
That does make things a bit scary, and XIYANG hasn't taken the flash, which I guess is going to be a thing to watch out for as we move towards the sudden death. Just needs to try and force before that, I guess, but it is much more difficult when you're at a deficit.
Yeah, the Rumble
it's a really loud Rumble skill.
Yeah, it is. He's having fun.
Please stop. Well, let's see whether KARSA can fit in an extra back. Let's see whether that can help him out as, okay, XIYANG actually doing a pretty good job here. Being down pretty low.
KARSA is not even attacking. He's just attacking the minions.
Yeah.
He's really just playing the long game. He's like, no, this is going to go until the end. I can't kill him before then. I got my 1 kill early on.
And also, why force it if I can just kick him out of the circle?
Yeah. That would look much cooler, too.
Yeah.
So I think you should just wait until then anyway.
Oh, XIYANG goes back, builds some books. He's going to do some light reading on his way back towards the lane. Oh, maybe he could have bought like a Q. Oh, he doesn't have flash. Never mind. Could have QSS flashed out of the kick theoretically.
We have a Leeching Leer from the Lee Sin.
Interesting choice. Gives him the Omnivamp though,
Yeah.
so that's good.
I suppose that's the idea.
Yep.
Just trying to get...
Amplify your Spirit Visage plus your Safeguard to be even better at recharging. Maybe if like, it's like, I don't care about Grievous Wounds if I have even more Vamp, you know?
Yeah. He's not really going to be taking too much damage. Also, does the ability power scale on his shield?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so he's getting bigger shields now. And now we wait until this until the circle comes in, and then we're going to kick the Rumble out of the circle because I can't die, and he will die to the circle.
Well, let's see whether XIYANG is actually going to pull the trigger a little bit earlier. The more he waits, the harder it is going to be.
He's trying to bait him into kicking him early. But
Oh, well, he did kick him early.
Wait, what?
Okay, just wandered out, never mind. Okay, maybe the plan didn't quite work out like he was expecting it to. A lot of magic resist. That equalizer was like a red carpet that he seemed happy to walk on. As they're just not doing damage to each other. This Tankly's in there. He's going to wait for his kick to be back off cooldown. That was the strategy. Oh my goodness. This Omnivamp situation, dude, this is just nutty.
Yeah.
It's like XIYANG does no damage.
Oh.
Okay, KARSA, can he do it? He does manage to land the Q. Flash is still up. He can try and dodge a harpoon or something, but at the moment, it just does not matter. KARSA is a raid boss.
Oh, there you go.
What was that?
Okay. That was game one.
All right, let's see whether we can have an agreement to do the same matchup again and see how it goes the next time around.
Oh, man.
If we start seeing like Spirit Visage leashing Lee Sins in our game from now on, I'm going to be very upset.
That doesn't sound nearly as fun. That matchup was basically just who can survive the longest, and it turned out to be Lee Sin. Neither side seemed to be doing any damage until eventually the end they died.
Yep.
But before that, not too much.
Well, now, continuing to have a bit of a giggle as we get into our second match of this semi-final best of 3. If KARSA is able to find a victory here against XIYANG, he is going to be heading towards the final. It will be held tomorrow. He does need to win the next match, or one of the next 2 matches if he loses this next one.
We'll see what they pick this time. I want to see not the Tankly Sin, maybe something a little bit more fun, like a brand or something. That would be cool. We saw one brand.
We did.
In the highlights of either round of 16 or round of 8 of
I think
the
it was
LCK.
Yeah, it was Beryl, wasn't it?
Maybe?
Brand versus Maokai.
Yeah,
Matchup for the ages.
The Maokai pick was just the
That
most
was Jelly,
troll.
wasn't it? Yeah, Jelly just came in and died as Maokai. It was a bit sad. But that's what happens when you blind pick, right? Sometimes it's just not what you want. See when we're getting into this Champ Select, whether we're going to be in Champ Select one more time. Last time we did get to check out the bans and see how it goes down.
Yeah, I would assume we get to do the same, but
I hope so.
Let's see what they have in store for us.
Well, I think KARSA's just going to have a good time, no matter what happens.
All right.
As we do have a couple of bans already, similar to last time, as the least
Well, looks like we're ready to jump into the next one. The Snowdown Showdown.
Ooh, and it is a very frosty Gragas as well.
Yeah.
I like it. Do need to have that synergy with the map. Difficult to see as well, you know, on the blue side.
Maybe that's
just
why.
melding.
Maybe that's why. He's using it as an advantage because he has blue and white, and the map is blue and white.
Yep. Now he can just hide in plain sight. He might just look like a large minion.
Yeah, you can just sit in the brush and they can't see him.
Well, bear trap on the rope is going to land as XIYANG just happy to trade Skarl's health bar. KARSA gets taken down relatively low, but you can just keep drinking. Feel good about it. Ooh, body slam doesn't connect. Okay, Skarl's health bar is quite low.
I like the grasp in this one for the Gragas. He's able to take some really good trades with that.
Yep.
So yeah, press the attack for Kled. Nothing uncommon here.
What you would expect. Not going to give him as much sustain like you were talking about. Already gone through both of his refillable charges. Sustain on Kled is an interesting conversation though, because of course you can just recharge Skarl again. So let's see how he goes about doing that.
Just like this.
Yep. Back he comes, and now KARSA has to run away. Uses the barrier now as XIYANG knows that he can just hop off Skarl one more time. Doesn't find the shotgun pellets into the Gragas though, who's very brave. Oh, can he get forward? There's the boop, and there's the ignite. Goodbye, XIYANG. And KARSA with poise and precision.
That was fine head. That was such a good idea. Just came back in right before he could get on Skarl. Really nice trade.
Real clean. Balmy Cinder as well as the Glacial Shroud. The tanky Gragas is of course how
Frozen
KARSA's
Circle.
gonna build it. Yep. Pahage for XIYANG. Going for that Gore Drinker by the looks of things.
And now it's level 6 to level 5. As you mentioned, the Kled can work pretty well against Gragas' abilities. His trading, though, is really nice, and we've been seeing a lot of that here.
Yep. I mean, theoretically, I mean, it should be working out for the Kled. But, again, put on a rope. KARSA just seems to be able to drink it, and it's all fine. Booped off Skarl. Oh my goodness, is this just good night? Looks like it might be. Oh, the barrel. Walks back into it. But, he's just looking to charge up once again. Get back on Skarl. This could be a bait. It's a little bit frightening as Skarl does come back. In the horn.
KARSA looks so comfortable in this matchup. He doesn't seem to have any issue with the Kled. Knows exactly how to play against him. So maybe not the best choice for XIYANG.
Hasn't worked out so far, but let's see if XIYANG could possibly pull a rabbit out of a hat. Right now, certainly looking like KARSA will be taking this. Especially now, finding him. Skarl not going to be dismounted just yet. There's the body slam. KARSA just looks like he can't lose health, which is sad if you're a XIYANG fan.
Off of Skarl again. He's just going to have to go back. KARSA going to take this time to push the wave while he knows that he has to back. But actually,
no.
that was like literally the last second.
Yeah.
Because you know there's like that 0.25 frame where you can get hit by damage or something, but you still go back.
Yep.
But that one was right before it.
KARSA not struggling anymore like he was against LPL and BCS's. Oh god, okay, Skarl does come back in time as the ignite comes down. XIYANG's going to pick up the health pack as well. Bear trap on a rope comes in, but he still has a health disadvantage. Now has that untarget ability available to him. Whoa, that was so close to just losing the series right there.
Yeah, KARSA is kind of just dominating this one really easily from the get-go.
Down farm.
He's not even going back. He's like, well, when it comes sudden death time, then I'll go back. But for now, no need.
There's There's the Karsa. Now XIYANG does use his barrier, but look at that.
Yep,
Perfectly done. Waits for the body slam. And that's going to be once again Karsa picking up the win. So a 2-0. So easy for Karsa by the looks of things.
Yeah.
This guy's just